Alright, so I'm kind of going to make this my last vlog for now until I get to the South Island in around October. Hopefully mid-October. But yeah, I'm just kind of in Wellington doing the daily grind. There's nothing really inspirational right now to vlog or anything like that. I'm not really feeling the vlog inspiration from Wellington. So I figured just, take a break and then get back to it once we start doing the South Island, which will be a whole another level of crazy. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to share with you guys the pros and the cons of living in New Zealand. That being said, let's get started. Pros. Definitely the people. The people here are super friendly. Like, I thought Canadians were supposed to be friendly, but once you come to New Zealand, my first week here, I was like blown away. Everyone here I've worked for so far, all my bosses have been amazing, respectful, and laid back. They're not uptight or anything like that, and they show you respect, so I give them respect. It's not even just the bosses. In general, New Zealand, the people here are just, everyone's all laid back, and it's all just jokes over here. It's awesome to hear them and their lingo, different cultures' lingo and stuff like that, and the way they talk. Everything's bro here, or cuz. You just like, oh, what up, cuz? Oh, hey, bro. So yeah, like this happened, bro, and then this happened, bro, and then bro, like totally, bro. This was like totally, bro. Like every word, every couple of words is bro, or cuz. You okay, cuz? You good, cuz? All right, awesome, cuz. The word cunt is not a bad word in New Zealand. You can say it anywhere to anyone. It's used as a general term for pretty much everything. It's like, you can be like, oh, he's a crusty old cunt. Or, you're like, oh, he's a happy cunt. Oh, look at him, he's a happy cunt. What a real nice cunt. He's a nice cunt. Or, like, work, if there's a job that's rough, you'd be like, people are like, oh, yep, it's a bit of a cunty job, but we gotta do it. And you just call your friends cunts. The nature and the landscape here is amazing. There's nothing in New Zealand that can kill you. There is the one white, it's a like white-tailed spider or something like that. It can mess you up and get you sick for a couple of weeks, but it won't, like, no one's actually died from them. So that's like the most dangerous thing really there is here. Pretty much everything that lives on this island is mostly just birds, native birds to the island. And just the views and everything too. Like, New Zealand is kind of, I'd say, so far in the North Island, I've found it's been a cross between like Canada and Ireland as far as visually, like the landscape and everything like that. It's awesome, amazing landscape. You got like the native bush and everything up past Auckland. It's all rainforest and stuff. It almost looks a lot like Tasmania above Auckland. And then you go down further south, and the further south you go down, the more mountains and valleys and waterfalls. The one guy said there was the further south you get, the bigger the waterfalls get. And I'll go with one last pro. Pretty much the reason I came to New Zealand, or what got me most interested in coming to New Zealand, is the adrenaline here. Oh my god, this place, these people are nuts. Like, the amount of adrenaline sports that they have invented. New Zealand was actually the very first country in the world to do commercial bungee jumping. So they invented bungee jumping in New Zealand pretty much, which is amazing. So there's no better place to bungee jump than New Zealand. I've already done that twice. Parasailing as well. Then when I get to the South Island, there's like hang gliding and different rope swings, more bungee jumps. And there's what's amazing too, they have one of the highest skydives, I think, in the world. you can do 22,000 feet. And I did 11,000, and you can do 16,000 here, but like, nah, 16 is not much different than 11,000. The difference between 16,000 and 22,000 is oxygen mask. You need an oxygen mask to be able to breathe that high up in the air. There's no oxygen. So when you're in the plane, they actually get you to breathe in an oxygen mask. So I definitely want to try that out if possible on the South Island. Let's move on to the the cons. First con I would say would have to be probably the weather. Auckland was rainy a lot of the times, and a little bit windy when you're down by the pier and everything like that. Same with Wellington. Wellington it's called Windy Wellington, and it's called Windy Wellington for a good reason. The winds in Wellington are ridiculous. Like, what people would consider hurricane weather somewhere else, that's probably about New Zealand's normal wind. They just call it wind. Another one is, I'm going to say the food. Honestly, New Zealand, you guys don't make good burgers. Compared to like North America, like United States and Canada both, we've got it for burgers. We're like top of the top, and other Canadians and Americans friends have said that over here. They've tried the burgers that I've talked about, and everyone says, "Oh, it's such an amazing burger." They've tried them, and I've tried them, and all the Canadians and Americans you talk to are like, "Nah, like it was okay, but nothing to scream at or anything like that." And the last thing I guess I'll say as a con is those crusty old cunts. Yes, crusty old cunts. Okay, so anyone over 60 seems to be like, they seem to have a chip on their shoulder. Like, everyone, 60-year-olds and over just like hate everything about life, and like everything pisses them off. And they're just so grumpy, and they'll like tell you off super quick. And they can be a little bit rude. The one guy I was working with was pretty racist, and all these different things he said, all these different racist things. I laughed at it. It was like, it was bad. It was racist, but it was so shocking to hear the stuff that came out of his mouth like every day that I worked with him, that it was definitely entertaining to listen to. Alright, well, that about wraps it up for today. I'm going to enjoy the next few months off, and I hope you guys enjoy my time off too.